This is a BMW X1 S-Drive 18i. If you know older BMWs, you'll think that it's powered by a 1.8-liter petrol engine because it's an 18i. But actually, under the bonnet, you find a 2000cc naturally aspirated inline-4 engine. It makes about 148 horsepower, and because it's an S-Drive, it sends the power to the rear wheels through a 6-speed automatic gearbox. If you got an X-Drive, then that would be all-wheel drive. This is actually the first generation BMW X1. The market was going SUV, and this is BMW's offering to that market. So the X1 is the smallest SUV, and then you have the X3, X5, X7 in that order. It shares a platform with the E90 3 Series, but because the market has poor taste and prefers an SUV over a saloon, BMW had to make this. I like the shape of the headlights here. On the bonnet, there's a V, and on its base, the BMW badge over here. You get nice little kidney grills. This comes from a time before kidney grills on BMWs were absurdly big. This is just the right size. 17-inch original BMW wheels down here with plastic cladding at the side here to protect you for when you're off-roading. But it's not like you're off-roading on this thing because it's an S-Drive, not an X-Drive. And also it's a BMW. No one is off-roading with their BMW. The interior of the BMW X1. You get a nice little rounded steering wheel, an analog gauge cluster with a speedometer and a rev counter. The speedometer gets to 260 kilometers an hour, which is only applicable if you bought this in Germany and have the Autobahn to drive at. If you try that in Kenya, you'll get a very expensive photo of your car. You get turn signals which are on the wrong side of the steering wheel, and the start-stop engine button is hidden away, and that's a security feature so that your teenagers will never get to drive your car while you're away. Very hidden. It's like they didn't want you to start your car. I'm surprised they found it. On the dashboard, when you touch here, oh no, hard plastic on a German car. But then you move to the side here and it's soft touch materials, and you immediately forgive the Germans for their sins. These are your AC vents, and BMW have conveniently placed the AC controls next to your radio controls, so you'll never know the difference between turning up the volume and turning up the heat. This is how you operate your 6-speed automatic gearbox. It has a manual mode, so you can do the shifting yourself. You get a manual handbrake, which is always nice to have. A cup holder, but it's just for one person, so you'll have to argue with your passenger about who gets to use it. But if you open up the armrest, there's one more cup holder over here, which is nice. The seats are nice and comfortable. They are leather and electronically controlled with 2 memory settings. Oh, and before I forget, it has a panoramic sunroof. So if you have 1.29 million Kenya shillings and you want to buy into the now popular SUV bandwagon, you can get yourself the BMW X1. Just find the number in the description and we'll talk about how you can own this exact unit.